When I was in my 20s, some of that time I struggled with my body image. And the majority of American women struggle with their body image. So when I hear that there is a correlation between mental health or mental illness and the rise of surgery, the desire for surgery, this is no surprise. But guess who is spearheading this conversation? Black men. Every woman who gets surgery does not have a mental illness. However, there are women who have gotten surgery who do have either a mental illness or poor mental health. Let's discuss it.
There's not a lot of places where it's accepted for you to show up voluptuous. Is it voluptuous or voluptuous?
Voluptuous?
Voluptuous. Bulging breasts, bulging buns.
If you went and got a BBL, it's because you don't have the confidence to face the world as you are. And it's okay. You're just not for a man who is really trying to make sure his legacy with a woman is something that is not trendy. I don't want you to be a trendy thing in my life. If I'm looking for somebody that is going to be the mainstay, it's probably not going to be a woman with a BBL. Because I know that's mental illness, to let somebody crack your ass open, put some motherfucking Air Jordan shit up in there, and sew it back up. That is not a mentally stable woman. Bitches with BBLs crazy than a motherfucker. But you can come all day long. I like looking at the BBL when they wash up in the sink. The BBL can be the queen.
No, trust me.
You can marry a crazy bitch.
The BBL don't mean you crazy.
How is it not? Do you know what a BBL is? Do you know the procedure of getting a BBL?
Understood, but you know, it's like, so I'm not sitting up here saying, yo, if you get a BBL, you stupid. No, what I am saying is, just make it be like, make it make sense.
It's a form of mental illness, brother. If you crack your ass open and put stuff in it, you a crazy bitch.
But do you keep the same energy with fake titties?
Vanity is dirt. It's a major sin. You know what I'm saying? If you out here getting a BBL because you want to look a certain way, you a crazy bitch. And will be treated as so in the long run by me. That's just me though. You ain't gotta worry about me though. I'm just one man, goddamn it. Shit, there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers who think your BBL is, I'm gonna marry her. That girl got a big old booty. She got it done. Get you one of them motherfuckers. They ain't shit either. If your man is with you because of how you look, that's a major red flag. If you find your queen and she looks good, that's a blessing. But your queen should be chosen not by looks, by the quality of who she is. So all these girls with BBLs, yeah, I'll fuck. You marry a girl with a BBL, something wrong with you, man. I know a lot of people who tried it. It don't never work because you marrying somebody with a mental issue. They crazy.
Is this you being funny or is this really how you feel?
This is the real, brother.
Say less. Can we get into our game?
Come on, let's do it.
Anything else on BBLs?
No, I'm just saying, goddamn, BBL bitch is great.
Say less.
I would say, as I've often said, that people who are not at peace with themselves will often try to reinvent themselves from the outside in. You can't reinvent yourself from the outside in. You have to reinvent yourself from the inside out. All this surgery, cosmetic surgery, men and women, all this wig and weave and European hair color, all of this are signs that the person wasting all this money on trying to look like a different person is not at peace with themselves. They are not happy people. You can't be. Happy people are not overly preoccupied with how they appear to others. That is a mental illness, to be that preoccupied with your physical appearance that everything else in your life takes a back seat. And my biggest concern for my sisters, as a mother with an artificial body to a biological daughter, what is the message you are sending your daughter at 12 and 13 when she see mom comes home with new fake breasts fake buttocks, are you not teaching your daughter that what she has on her body sexually is more important than anything else she has? And to me, that's the message that black girls are getting. How I look is far more important than who I am, what I think, and what I have to offer the world. I think it's a very dangerous message that's going out to men about black women.
Well, what about the psychological?
Well, as far as the psychological impact of it, I believe the psychological damage is already done once you get on the table. I think the psychological issues are impacted even further by the fact that after a certain amount of time, a lot of these women are not even content with the new body they have because they don't understand how the mind works. If you are not at peace with yourself, it's because of something going on inside. You transform the outside, and after the honeymoon period of the new breasts and buttocks is over, you still back to not feeling good about yourself. So now you want to go back out and get some more surgery, i.e. Little Kim. Someone made them feel insecure and unvalued as who they were. And so they're now seeking to reinvent themselves artificially on the surgeon's table. And it's a very dangerous thing to do. You know, and it's just a shame. It's just a shame that we as black people have become so spiritually famished that we now feel that we have to desecrate our bodies in order to feel better about ourselves.
The fact that black women are not even interested in trying to understand their own psychology, trying to have discussions and conversations about why we do the things we do. The fact that this is just all normal, everything is just normalized. And then if you are a woman who does ask questions, who does say, hey, let's kind of examine what's going on here. What are the solutions? You know, how can we solve these things, you know? And I hate to say this, but we can't solve anything unless black women are willing to realize that there is a problem. Like, I was born in 1982, so I think about like my upbringing and the black women who I was around and just how psychologically damaged I would be if I saw my mom and my aunts going and getting fake butts and risking their lives. Okay. Like, that was not a thing in the 80s or, you know, not even really in the 90s. Like, the average woman wasn't doing that. And therefore it helped, I think, a lot of us who were born earlier, it helped our self-esteem because women by and large only had a few options. If you don't like the way you look, you diet and exercise and try to lose weight, or you put on weight, but you don't go and risk your life, right? I've watched all these videos about what we're doing to our bodies and, black women going into great detail about why they wanted to get surgery and what the surgery means. And some of this stuff you'll see because I'm going to put it out. And I saw a comment on one of my videos. It seemed like it was from a black woman, and she said something to the effect of like, well, having children is just as risky as getting a BBL. If you have a child, you could also die. That is a possibility. And at the point where we are comparing life, like having a whole human, to a BBL, like there's no comparison. Yes, you can die having a kid. You could also die walking across the street going to your job. Does that mean that you're not going to go to work? Does that mean that, you know what I'm saying? But the kind of things that we are normalizing and actually putting up against other things like BBLs, to make that comparison to human life, I thought was really just psychologically not normal. It's about the psychology of a woman who is willing to die for very trivial things, at the point where you would risk your life for compliments, so jeans can look better on you, to compete with other women. You could potentially not even see your kids anymore. That's, there's a chance. And then again, it's not even about dying. Like, you could have black women, they could have major complications. Many people have complications from this surgery. And all of this is justified over the things that really matter. And as I think about that, I'm like, how do we get here? Like, I think it represents something psychological within Black women that is a little bit off, right? And I want us to look at even moving beyond surgery, looking at the nails and the weaves, and not only just the weaves, but all the different colors weaves that we wear, right? The fact that it's not our texture, the lashes, all of this stuff, the excessive makeup, all this stuff is normal. Okay, it's not, I mean, a woman could have every single one of those things. A BBL, tons of makeup, fake nails, fake lashes, fake boobs. You know, she could have all of that, fake teeth, veneers, and that in some ways has become the epitome of what some people would consider beautiful and attractive and sexy. And that look, Black women are willing to die for. Because the reality is, all those things I just named are masking who we really are. We are willing to risk our health for those things. And I want to know how we got here. And the problem is that most of us will not even admit that this is insecurity. And they say that you can't solve a problem that you don't know you have. So what I'm kind of running into is, you know, and even going into like the fact that most of my viewers are men, not women. The fact that I had to change my entire mission, because initially, a couple years ago, I was saying that, you know, I make things visible for Black women. Then I realized that Black women actually don't really care about things being made visible for them. So now I'm saying I make things visible about Black women.
Join me as I continue to explore the connection between mental health, poor body image, and the rise and desire of plastic surgery. Become a channel member by joining the Black and Invisible YouTube channel membership. Click the links in the description box or click that join button. Also, if you bought my book, if you could please leave me a review on Amazon, I would greatly appreciate it. Now would be a great time to purchase books for Black women who you know and love for the holidays. Like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.